Okay, here we are. We're in New York, and it's in October 2013, 25th, I think, Friday. This is about alien implants, robotic programs, body programs. So let's start off with robotic programs that are maybe in your hands, okay? So kind of wiggle your hands. And I'll work with your left hand first, okay? Here we go. I'm going to take away some implants that are there or robotic programs. Here we go. Releasing these now. Okay, wiggle your hand, see how it feels. Does it feel like it's moving better? Okay. And now do your other hand, your right hand. Okay, kind of wiggle that. And once you look at your two hands and see if your left hand is glowing more than your right, or it just looks a little different. Smaller? Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Ready? Releasing the energies out of that. Okay, now check out your hands.
Same size.
Same size. Okay, so what I will say is the what's here, and I mentioned this before, but you may not know about this, but on December 21st, thereabouts, and before, maybe a month or two before, up to the end of the year, the clones, the people here got abducted, humans got abducted, went to the Beyond in ships, and then they brought back clones of that person here. So these people are clones that you see, probably 90% of them. So, which means that we probably have 10% humans in here and 90% clones. So look at the person next to you. Okay, so what I have on my website, because I felt pretty bad when I was looking at all this situation last year, is what are the aliens going to do to that clone physical looking body here that the aliens created, the different races created a body? What are they going to do with them? Well, so far I think we went through 3 different generations of clones, maybe 4, since that time. So so on our website what I have is a clearing, which I'll have to put back on again, which is the cloned light to light clearing. So what it does, the light will, if you put a person's name in, we'll just say it's your neighbor, right? And you put their name in, start the clearing, and the light will take that cloned replica body and recreate it with light. So now the body has light in it, and put in the spirit. Now the person is human.
You're going to put that up?
Yeah, I'll be putting that up again, yeah.
So you're going to put the same spirit that was before or something?
It'll be a different spirit probably, because the other spirit is probably in the food chain of the aliens.
So you're saying that they could eat souls, you're saying?
Oh, that's what they do, yeah. And
So
bodies.
food
Tastes good to them.
Very possibly, yeah.
So it's too late to use the clone, the parallel lives clone today to bring us back if some of us went?
Well,
Could you repeat the question, Scott?
oh, yeah, the question is, the first thing is that you can have the person become human, number one. Next one is about the clearing on the website about what if you're out there, in a sense, in a cloned universe and you're trapped or something. The light can attempt to find you. So the light only looks for light, and the light only comes here every 2,000 years for the ascension process. So it comes to this planet, looks for light, which is what it created, spirits, okay, and takes them off. It's like a manual reset. Now if you're on the planets of light, the true light, I should use that term, we'll say, then you automatically don't even deal with darkness. But here we have darkness. So somehow, for whatever happened, people have chose darkness now because they're praying to God and doing mantras and everything else. Anything outside of yourself is suspect. Okay? because you don't know what you're connecting to. So, you know, that's the basic teachings of Jesus, is to go within. The kingdom is within. He didn't say to go outside of himself to look for something. So, with my viewpoint, what I see is all the churches have a different alien god that people are praying to, and you get abducted into that particular situation. Who they are and what they are, it doesn't matter. Okay, what does the sign say?
10 minutes.
What? We just started.
We just started.
Just started, 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock lecture, not a
It is 8
7.
o'clock.
It's
It's
8:07 now.
It starts at 8, it ends at 8:45.
He's a clone.
8:45?
Long way.
What's
Wait.
the right?
Any evidence have a message to people that are there or not?
We're talking about clones, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
So now that's a good example of situations that happen here. What he's talking about. Okay. So you're asking, when people die, where do you go to? Well, if you go to, well, I claim the term the light of the darkness. So everything that the light created, the darkness created too off of the light, so it doesn't confuse your spirit. So your first incarnation here is you got the bus ticket down here, you read the nice brochure, maybe the man or lady looked really great who sold you the ticket, then you got down here, and then you had your one lifetime, was ready to leave, and they go, what? Wait a minute, you did this here. And you go, well, geez, you know, I did that. Shouldn't make any difference, but, well, okay, I'll just do one more lifetime to do the karma, we'll say, to, you know, feel good. Well, the next time, each day you live, you're in more darkness because you start creating more with your mind. So what happened was the humans chose mind energy versus heart energy. So when you separate the two out, the heart energy is always in the light, and it is always non-judgmental energy. Okay, so you don't have judgment, so you're not judging the light. So when you choose to judge the light, is where the problem starts. And that gets you trapped. And the main setup here is, how do you become whole each lifetime with your parents' DNA? Because it's more corrupted. So they have you, and you have all their stuff until, you know, you pop out and you have their whole life history of their stuff plus all their ancestors. So your body will kill itself to get well. So your body goes, oh God, I got this thing wrong, and I have this issue here. So that's kind of what your karma is. So the karma situation is sort of correct as people talk about it, but you can't get out of it, because every time that you think and you see something, once you see something happening, that will stir up your DNA from the past. And then automatically you're on that roller coaster ride a little bit. And then you may start to have more situations happening.
So how do you get out of it?
Well, the way to get out is to do your spirit barcode. So they put a barcode on your spirit to keep you here, to keep track of you. So you do a spirit barcode clearing. That way you're guaranteed to leave here. Now, most people would like to get their body out of here, because your body has been here for a long time. It's been suffering, even though it's a different body each lifetime, but it's still in the genetics of the body, right? So who you are is your ancestors. And you can just think how wonderful your body is. Every day it gets up, does what you want it to do. Your mind tells it what to do, it follows. And your spirit doesn't really have a path here. Your spirit just goes along for the ride because it wants to put its spirit energy into your creation that your body wants to do. So you have to backpedal. So what we'll do is a clearing here. Since I talked about 90% of the people being clones, I'll run the energy right now to make your body, and I don't need any validation from anybody that you feel wonderful or you feel changed, but we'll make your body human with light in it. So if you are a clone and you're listening, we'll do that right now. So here we go. And there's some more energy here. There we go. And you may feel your body changing possibly a little bit. There we go. That feels pretty good to me. Now we'll put spirit energy into you. There we go. There. Now the audience feels pretty good to me.
So would that be our original human body that was just put back into us, or another human body?
It was the body that you have. now has light codes put into it.
The original blueprint?
It'll be of the body that you have right now.
No, what I'm saying is, if we were a clone before the moment you just did that,
Mhm.
that clone was the clone of a human body somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
Was that body just brought forward into?
No, no. That body is in the beyond knowing darkness.
There's no way to retrieve it?
No way to retrieve it?
There's no way to
Oh.
retrieve it?
Probably by accident. Remember, you're in darkness, and the light doesn't know darkness. Okay? So light just looks for light. It'll come here and look for light. If it happens to find somebody maybe just on the edge of where the darkness, you know, where it goes completely out, then the light comes to find it. They go, oh, there's some light over here, right? Kind of like being in an airplane looking down on the ground, you know, at night. You know, you might see a light way over there. Well, light will look for the light. And then when it gets there, basically something else.
But I have the clone body, clone clearing current life. Can I still use that to try to get back what they may have left?
Yeah, you can. Uh-huh.
Okay, so-
Yep.
So I could call it back if I.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Those are the
Not
clearings
totally
for.
hopeless.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's not hopeless, no.
But the fact that we don't have our original human body, which is now lost in the darkness, isn't really that important because it was only a vehicle for the spirit.
Yes,
So we have our original spirit in us now, and if we were using a clone vehicle, it's now been turned into a human vehicle.
yes, uh-huh. So that's good. You know, what will happen at ascension time is that the light, when it turns itself off, remember, I think the Bible talks about so many days of darkness. Well, that's when the light turns itself off to its creation. Some water here. So at that point, there's nothing is created in light. So think of an electromagnet, right? You probably have done that, you know, in school when you're younger. You know, picks up little metal filings and stuff. Well, you energize it, right? Picks up the filings, and then when it turns itself off, the filings drop away. The filings are the darkness. So darkness can't be a host if you're not here. Am I loud enough in the back still? Is my voice loud enough for all of you?
I can't hear it.
Yes.
Would you consider the aliens demons?
Yeah.
Demon
Uh-huh.
spirits?
Yeah. I imagine there could be some good aliens out there. You know, I've run across just very few. You know, basically, you know, a drop in the bucket. You know, is a piece of grain of sand on the beaches. But
They all seem to have just an agenda.
the main agenda is to cause harm, take away your free will, free choice, and to take your body energies.
But how come they have so much power?
I think initially when we started dealing with timelines, maybe through Atlantis, and then more recently through the atomic bomb going off and you know, tearing up the auric field of the Earth, World War II and stuff, is when the aliens came in here. And the people doing their prayer work, doing their mantras, doing their energetic work to save the planet. All that stuff is running energy outside of yourself. It might sound good on paper, a great cause, but they're taking all that psychic energy, like what they had in, was it 86 or 87 with the harmonic convergence. Just think of all these people praying to bring peace here. They're just tearing holes in the atmosphere here, in the ozone and everything else, to bring in all the aliens. Now the darkness can heal. It can use the light of the darkness to heal. That's what you see in all the churches. You're not seeing the actual Jesus doing the healing. It's the Jesus of the light of the darkness.
Would you consider John of God a light worker or a dog?
He uses entities.
He does.
Yeah, that's what he said. He uses entities, dead doctors,
So
basically.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not light then.
No, it's yeah.
Can darkness help us be saved?
No.
No, it'll keep you in the trap. So darkness can't help you to be saved or to be safe or anything, because the darkness is holding you here so it can use you. That's the most unfortunate thing. Yes.
How we can,
Okay,
I'm sorry, sorry. How we can change education system?
I don't know about that. As far as educating people, Most people, when they see my website, they kind of like think, uh-oh, you know. Initially, I wasn't talking about aliens because I wasn't involved with aliens. And I got talking about aliens because going to a few conferences, people come up to me and say, Ron, you know, they used to go by E.T. Ron. So that, to me, is true. I'm an alien to the aliens. I'm an E.T. But they didn't see it as that. They saw me as, you know, some way to help them out, which is true. So then I thought for a long time about putting up an alien attack page, and I put one up. It's basically, I think it's $30 for the month, $1 a day, $10 a week. And it's, I think, 9 different categories, options on the page, and it's very, very extensive. And you want to get on that, and it can help you, and leave the light beam up. So as far as helping people, most people, like I said, are clones now. They're not going to really understand what's happening. They won't have the consciousness. You probably have seen that. I can describe what happened to me. Went into, or a person that I know, went into a store with a $100 bill and gave the person the $100 bill and some other change to buy something for $100 and something like $110 or something. And the clerk didn't know at the time, this is around maybe February, didn't know at the time how to give change for a $100 bill. You don't have enough change here or enough money. And another lady who we saw at a conference went to buy something, and we'll just say it was $10.99, okay? So she had the exact change, you know, got out her purse and everything, and there it was. And the clone lady didn't know how. She said, well, you have to give me $11. Didn't know how to count the change. Okay, so you may have had that yourself. Okay, where you just don't get it. More recently, I went about a week ago to get an ice cream cone at Burger King, right? At night. And, you know, that's healthy food, right? So anyway, I only eat healthy stuff. So anyway, so we go in there, and I went to the ATM, and I, you know, got out dug in my pocket and pulled out the money, and I happened to have, you know, the 20s plus a $10 bill. So I'll use a 10. So I knew that I had a 10. So I get the ice cream cone, give the lady the $10 bill, and she gives me change for a 20. And I go, and I told her,
bought something else.
Yeah, you're right. And I said, you know, the change isn't right. So she says, oh, okay, hang on. So she opens the drawer up and she's going to give me another $10 bill. I go, no, you misunderstand me. I said, you know, I don't want you to be short to lose your job in your drawer or anything to cause you harm. Just, you know, she goes, well, I said, yeah, I actually gave you a 10. She goes, oh. So she had the manager count the drawer. So I had to pull around and, you know, wait for about 5 minutes. So she comes out and she goes, well, it's drawer's even, so I got a free ice cream cone. So what happened was the timeline shifted along with that. Okay? So somehow they must have received or thought they received a 20 on that timeline. Okay? When they counted the drawer, it was correct, but I gave her a 10, you know, because I knew that it was a 10.
That happened to me today.
So timelines are what we deal with here. So you're being turned off and on. Remember, you're like a sine wave. Okay, so you're on and off and on and off. You don't know when you're off. So when you're off, you're not here. Okay, you could be abducted onto another timeline that's turned on. So I guess a little complicated, but that's kind of what happens. And you can be on, say, 500 timelines. So, yes?
What about Arcturians, Pleiadians? They're supposedly the good aliens?
Only because they say they are.
But that's
So
not
the
true.
Arcturians, no, I think they're all probably pretty negative. I've battled them before, so yes. Yes.
There was something, I was watching one of your videos, and you were starting to say about using 2 computers, and then you got distracted to answer something else, so I never got to
Okay,
hear it.
yeah, some people actually have 2 computers up. They'll have one for the basic clearing that they want to do. And maybe they might do one for gray skies or something.
At the same time.
Yeah. Now, if you do multiple clearings
Anything that's in
and you want to put up the same page more than one time, be very cautious of how your body's going to respond to it. You might be good putting up half a dozen clearings or 10 clearings. You go, well, this is great. I'm really saving time, plowing through a lot of stuff. And then you put one on and all of a sudden you go, oh, gee, this is really heavy. So you got to be kind of careful because your body has to process the energy. So what happens is when you do a clearing, it takes away the gunk, the negativity out of you. Okay? And then your body has to fix itself, we'll say, right? Because the light puts in peace energy. So you may have to go through a process of having your body readjust to that particular clearing.
Why is it when you clear yourself rapidly, people that are close to you, for some reason they look to pick fights and just argue? It's like they're possessed.
Yeah, well, because they're seeing you changing.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question is about people around you as you do a clearing. They may not understand what you're doing. They may become angry with you. They may argue with you. They may want to reject you. It's because you're changing. And you're breaking out of...
It's almost like vampire energy. I mean, they just want you to explode, just to grab what you got.
Yeah.
Well, they run away from us.
Yeah.
They'd rather not be with us.
Yeah.
See, they're less
And you may
friends.
scare them because what's in their body, if they have a shapeshifter, may be looking out of their eyes, seeing you changing, seeing you have more light, and they're afraid of that. That's why it's really hard to talk about these clearings and what we're doing, because most people don't get it. It's just over their head, and then the darkness will come in. So if you're going to be doing a clearing on yourself, you may want to do the 2,000 year darkness barcode clearing on the people around you, and then that will take away some of that stuff, which is what they normally be reacting to. Yes?
So is nirvana, what kind of energy is nirvana?
I don't know. Anything outside of yourself, nirvana energy, anything outside of yourself is still suspicious that it could be darkness.
So if you're doing yoga, at what point do you say, well, this is good for my body, but now I'm feeling something that's not so great?
Yeah, it all depends how, what you're getting hooked up to. If you start chanting or doing anything at all, to train yourself to do something, then you're controlled.
Aren't you
In fact,
actually doing a robotic program when you're doing some of this stuff? Like I noticed
Yeah.
when I tried to do a yoga, depending on what yoga master was teaching it to me, I could feel the energy of the entities that were involved. And then I started to realize, even now I'm starting to see, because of the robotic programs you gave us, there's a robotic programs for sure now.
Yeah. So let's work with I'll work with stuff inside of your necks. I talked about releasing some implants. So on my conference calls that I do normally on Sundays, the last couple of times I started taking out pins out of people's necks and bolts and hardware attached to your, like a helmet and stuff. So here we go. You ready? Why don't you move your neck around, see if you have any kinks or anything. Okay, and just kind of see how it feels. So here we go. This will probably take about 3 minutes here. Just taking out some pins now. You might feel your body jerking, and that's normal if it does that. Okay? This is like spikes going through your body. This is put in by the aliens, so it's just unfortunate what we go through here. Okay, how does that feel? Anybody's neck a little freer?
Yeah.
Okay, now what I'll take out is like a nut and a bolt, right, where they're trying to fasten something to you, kind of like Frankenstein or something, okay? Okay, how's that feel? Any more movement?
No, not good.
A lot better?
What's interesting about what you just said was, I've been on the past few weeks Sunday healings absentee. So I got the results of it, but I didn't know what I was getting. But what I've had for the past 2 weeks is like slip disc in my neck and pain in my neck. And now you're explaining to me why all of a sudden I have these pains, my body's readjusting to the absence of these things.
Good.
How we can repair our DNA?
You can repair your DNA. You really don't want to. In fact, I'll just turn your DNA off for this lecture. Okay, ready? Here we go. There, it's turned off. How's your body feeling?
What body? His body.
What body, huh?
So you don't want to repair? I thought we were trying to get to the 13-strand DNA, all
That's-
that DNA activation.
All that's crap.
Is it
Just
really?
New Age
That's
crap.
what's supposed to happen. That's what it is.
So what do you think about metaphysics? What's your take on that?
That's all my books.
All you want to do is stay with your spirit and go within. Everything outside of yourself, trying to learn all this stuff, you know, what they're trying to teach you. Remember, there wasn't much happening here till the 70s, metaphysics, right? And all of a sudden you get all these New Age churches, you know, have your mind create your reality. So what are you doing? You're using mind energy to cause somebody some harm, right? Because you're forcing the energy against somebody's free will. Just like finding your parking place, that's the big thing, you know, and all, some of these churches, oh, I got my parking place. Well, why did the guy move? Maybe the guy went to a store to buy something, and his wife's in one store and he's in the other looking at hardware stuff, and she's looking at drapes and curtains, and all of a sudden she's more intuitive, and this big whammy hits her. Wow, I got to leave, you know, because she found out somebody you didn't know, but she got a psychic attack from somebody who wanted to get that parking place, right? So now she pulls the poor man out of the hardware store, right? And now they get out and get in their car and they leave, and the person goes, "Wow, God is good. I've got this parking place. This really works," you know. So then you're energetically corded to that person, right? So we'll take away some energy cords. So since we're working with the neck, we'll do that with the neck here. So here we go. Take away cords from people that are thinking of your neck, that don't like you, maybe. Okay, how's your neck feel now? Anybody have any heat? Heat in their bodies? Relaxed? Okay.
Planets that are connected to my neck.
Planets to your neck? Okay, here we go. Whole different scenario here. That was for people. Now we'll do planets, recordings. There.
Wow, yeah,
Okay?
that's good.
So my website, what I have is it's a planet, star, vortex cording. So if you're affected by whatever people tell you in the horoscope, you know, I use the word horror. Horoscope, and, you know, do that clearing because it could help you out.
Full moon.
When you say to go within,
Go within.
what do you
Oh,
have
the
to-
mind of heart drop. Here we go. So what you want to do is, this you have to say out loud, because if you don't say it, you could whisper it. But if you don't say it out loud, then you're in darkness. And you're in mind energy because you're thinking it. Okay? So you have to command your spirit. So you just say, I command my spirit to take my thoughts in my head and drop it into my heart. Very simple. And I count from 10 to 1 backwards because it's an easy thing for people to do. You can do like 1 and 2 and do it, but I'll do it the long way. So here we go. Dropping down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. So now you're at peace. And when you're at peace, you can't think because you don't have thoughts in source energy, because source energy can't judge. So now you can see how the people who are doing all these channelings and stuff, and just channeling divine masters, and they're talking about something, now you can realize, or angels are channeling through somebody, it's all darkness. You can still give good information though. Okay, it still can be valid. But when you're in source energy, then there's no thoughts because you're at peace. Because source energy can't judge itself. If it judged itself, then it would be darkness.
How long do the clearings last? Do you have to do it every so often when you feel as if you're being re-implanted or
It
re-attacked?
depends. If you do a whole lifetime emotional clearing, that one's completed. But then what you bring forward after that is what you have to deal with. So whatever gets triggered in you will bring up your DNA stuff from the past. But normally you're like a baby after you have that clearing done.
Is there anything on the site that'll neutralize these triggers of people pressing buttons to get a response out of
Yeah,
somebody?
yeah. The emotional clearing does that.
It does.
Yeah, the emotional clearing should get rid of probably a good 90% of your stuff. So you have most humans, okay, have first it's emotions, okay? So right away, what happens is some people look at my website and they go, oh God, he's got all these clearings from A to Z, right? Well, you don't need all those clearings. It'd be nice to have all of them, but you don't need them, okay? So the emotional one is the big one. And then after that, find out what your issues are. Maybe you have a little bit of fear left, maybe you have some anxiety, maybe you have some trauma, maybe you're an empath, maybe your sensory body gets overstimulated, and kind of work on those. You have a pain body too. But basically, you know, if you have a few issues, and do the emotional one and just see where you lie. If you say, I feel this, I feel that, that means that you're using your feeling body because your emotional body is already trashed. It's full of gunk. But just the emotional clearing should get rid of most of your stuff. And when people do that, their face changes, they'll look younger normally after maybe a couple of weeks. People will say, gee, what happened to you? You know, you go out to eat with people, you will say at lunch or dinner, right? Or maybe you're in the work settings and somebody's going, yeah, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, you know how it is, all that stuff. And you go, why am I even here? Before you probably integrated and talked with them and got involved in the soup, you know. And after you get the clearing, you're going to say, you know, I'm not even going to deal with that anymore. It's your stuff, you know, get a clearing. I don't want to get dragged into the past.
I think we could use the timeline question to make sure that they don't keep coming, because they're still part of your soul family, am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
That's why they keep coming back to you, trying to egg you on.
Okay, so your soul family, the people around you typically can be in your soul family. So there could be, you know, we'll just say 50 people for sure, you know, that you've met in your lifetime, you know. And it could be hundreds, but we'll just say 50. So all those people, the spirits can come in and out of your body. So let's just say that this lady in the front here had a lot of problems losing her wallet, purse, okay, so she'd leave her purse somewhere absent-mindedly, and she finally learned to, you know, tie it onto her body. So she goes, well, that solved that problem, right? And then all of a sudden, somebody in the soul family says, you know, I want to lose my purse, and I want to know how that feels. So I want to have that experience, okay, because it's in the DNA in that body. So the spirit comes into your body, and sure as bananas, you lose your purse, and you go, how could I do that? I learned that lesson, right? That's what happens. Somebody comes into you to do that. Plus there's entities, too, that can come in. Yes, lady back here.
After doing one of these skill computerized frequency check, I was told that my spirit lives out of my body more than it's in my body. Would that be the reason because of too much darkness?
Yes, okay, yeah, good, very good question.
Can I do the command of spirit back into the body, and that
yes.
should be,
yeah.
Because I do have some kind of reaction, you know, when I do the command.
Okay, let's fix all of you right now. Okay, so her question was, she went on an electronic machine, so that she's kind of like out of her body, and she wants to know how to get back in again. So first of all, what's blocking it? So the darkness is blocking your spirit from coming back in again. So let's take out some darkness out of all of you here. Okay, now we'll bring your spirit more into your body. So your spirit could be on the outside of you, and that could be normal. Here we go. So coming in, I'll count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. Now the next thing is your spirit in your body correctly? Could be upside down. Maybe you got woke up one night, or one morning, you got startled by the alarm clock or something. You're dead asleep and gone, you know. Well, your spirit, the reason why you did this here was because your spirit jumped in and energized your body. Because it thought your body wasn't harmed, but it had all this noise happening, okay? It was out there having, wherever it was. It shouldn't ever leave your body, but the darkness somehow does that. So you should never be out of your body. So here we go. We're going to take you out and put you in properly. So once you go out of your body wrong, you're going to probably come in every other time after that improperly. So here we go. Coming out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and coming in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, now you're in your body properly. Anybody feel their body kind of shift or twist or anything?
Warm.
How much time? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said said sometimes it could be normal
No,
for your spirit to be.
no, a lot of people have their spirit outside of their body.
Really?
It's really freaky when you see somebody walking and you see this presence either before them or after them. I mean, it's like, wow, you know.
Would that be the same as having an out-of-body experience, in other words?
Different.
Look at your body up there, and maybe when you come
In a sense,
back,
it could be,
it's-
yeah. Yeah, it could be like an out-of-body experience, yeah.
Sometimes you can catch it on a picture. Because I've seen one picture where you can see the spirit in the back of it.
Uh-huh.
Remember, I think I showed you that?
Yeah.
Trauma.
Okay, let's do some more clearing. So let's take your head here, maybe upper part of your head, maybe through your temples if you have anything attached there, because we did kind of neck areas, okay? So let's do your head. Taking out energetic pins, implants. Okay, how do you feel? Any hot?
Yeah, warm.
Warm? Okay.
Yes.
Do sinuses here? Let's check out our sinuses, see if we have any things blocking our sinuses here. There. Okay, let's do, people have sometimes knee problems from falling down and stuff. Okay, so we'll do knees here. There. So when I set my fingers, I'm commanding the energy, and it's working.
Would it be possible to do a trauma clearing?
Trauma. Okay, think of a trauma. Maybe you're in a car accident and you drive by that place, you know, and you go, you know, right? Okay, so think of that situation. There. Okay. So on a 10 to 1 scale, 10 being bad, I want you to be at 1. So just think of what number you are now, okay, with that same trauma. Here we go again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Everybody at 1? If not, raise your hand and I'll do some more, okay? One more back there, okay? There. So what happened was you have a program running, right? Because you were involved with the situation of whatever it was. And the program was just released from you for that one situation. And what's installed in there is peace. So if you try to look at it maybe tomorrow, and one of your friends say, oh, remember, where's that place that you used to drive by? You're going to go, huh? I kind of remember it. I can still see the situation, but I'm not attached to it. Because remember, that was your experience, but you shouldn't have any traumas or anything attached to your experience that's going to cause you emotions or situation.
Did you sort of timeline crash what we just, or you didn't do that, right?
Okay, I'll do a timeline crash. So let's do a timeline crash on that last situation of trauma, okay? Remember, you're on that with other people. So I'll count to 10 to do this here for each timeline. So, well, we'll see what we do here. So here we go. So that timeline that you dealt with, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That timeline's released. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, it's no longer in existence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. Now the timelines can take typically maybe 5 minutes, 15 minutes to an hour to crash. It depends where you are, say, on that bridge, okay? If you're at the very far end, you're off of it, but it has to catch up. And now everybody in that timeline that was dealing with the same similar situation as you is now freed from that. So you can do a timeline crash and free millions of people. And so you could be on maybe, say, 50 to 500 timelines. It all depends how it is. One person did a couple thousand timeline crashes, okay? And so most people would say, oh, geez, that's a lot. It doesn't take me like a week to do that, you know? Well, sometimes you don't know how many to do, and they just kept doing it, and all of a sudden they go, wow, I feel great. Because your mind doesn't really know or tell you how many to do. 5 minutes, okay, thank you.
If you put in trauma for the timeline, would you have to name what the trauma was?
Probably that'd be the best thing, yeah, because you're on that given timeline.
How can you call back shattered or fracked pieces of your spirit that might have, from traumas?
Most of the clearings, I have a spirit integration on it, and that could probably, help you out with that, yeah, to integrate the spirit part of you. Yes, the lady back here, I think.
Timeline had to do with the past lives.
Yeah, a timeline would be a past life, yeah.
Past lives.
Past life, a parallel life. And so, remember, running out of time here. Typically, I'll just go back a year ago, okay? Because I haven't looked too close right now. So a year ago, we'll say you were abducted every 10 minutes, and it's probably still true. So another you comes in here. And so another alien race is in control of your body. I have that on YouTube. It was back in New York here. And so all of a sudden, people, when I would do the timeline crashes, well, it would actually be taking out the clone replicas, but it's all very, very similar. So the clones are replicated every 10 minutes, so another alien race, since you're turned off and on, right? Off and on, off and on, off and on. When you're turned off, another one takes you and has to recreate the whole scenery here, right? And everybody around you, dress you up, and they could turn you off for, say, a year and really make you look really nice. Or it could be a couple of minutes, and maybe you come back kind of goofy feeling, you know? You go, geez, why is my shirt on crooked or backwards or something? Or why is my hair done? Because you have a little bit of memory maybe from the past, but it just recreates you. So when I do a clearing on Wednesdays for this, okay? It's 8:30 your time. It's $20. We bring in replicas and take them out of you, okay, and bring you back to be real. I'll do it right now here, okay? So Thursdays, yeah, I said Wednesday, Thursdays. So here we go. So I'll work with what's a common issue for everybody here?
Fear?
Fear. Okay, here we go. So think of your fear, and they're abducting you because of your fear, and they're creating fear over again, right? So here we go. We'll just start taking out replicas. Your body could jerk. You might feel yourself change in the seat. So I'll just count here. So I'll just say we're at 15. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Somebody just stabilized here. Anybody's body kind of jerk or shift? Okay, coming in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those people just came in. They're real now. You're only real like maybe, a couple hours or so, a month, okay? So here we go. It could be less. Okay, so what was it, what, 35? Is that where it was?
Yeah.
I'm in the moment. So 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, there we go, that's good. So coming in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're here. How does your body feel? Hot. Okay, so you're now the real you. Okay, now when you walk out that door, I want you to look at the people here before you leave, okay? And they're all going to be glowing. Now when you walk out that door and you see the people at the expo here,
They're close.
They're gonna, yeah, and they're gonna look like, it's kind of like you look at fish in a fishbowl, or like you're looking at a movie set. Okay, that's how they're gonna look to you, honest to God, yeah. So, a water charging, get your water, okay, this is our last event, okay. But we'll be out in 2 minutes. Thank you. So, water charging, here we go. Yeah, we've got water up here for people if you need a little bit more or something.
I gotta imagine.
So do y'all enjoy the workshop here? So I got a light infusion chamber in the crystal room. You may want to go on there to get more energy into your body to help you out. And I have some healing monitors on the front that's free. So here we go. Water charging, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll bring the dolphins in. So stronger, 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 and stronger. Okay, your water's charged up. So it should taste a little bit different. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And I do have a workshop on Sunday, and I'll be giving away one of my clearings that'll be well worth the expense to go to it. So I don't really like charging for stuff, but I have to charge you at a longer time.
What about Monday? Are you doing anything?
Nothing on Monday, no.
Will these healings work on the video?
Yeah, we'll work on the video, yes.
Is tomorrow night?